Hello everyone and welcome to GeoGuessr Reddit League. This time I will be playing in Guatemala for week 2. This is the second game of the season. Sadly I lost my first match. I didn't perform really well, but I tried to improve or to try to do better this week. So I'm going to show you my video for this week. I will be doing a voiceover over it, and I'm playing against Ord Boca, so we'll see how well I did and how well my opponent did as well. So let's start this and let's go. Okay, so round 1 was pretty straightforward. We could see a large city immediately, and it was actually a good start. Spanish is my first language, so I couldn't understand all the signs. Now pinpointing is something that I still need to work on, and searching in that amount of time is especially seeing how many points this type of map takes away from you. So at first I was trying to decide whether it could be another town except from Guatemala, but then I started going north from the city, and here I could see like the symbol for the city of Guatemala, and then here it was the road number CA9. So at first I just drop it in the middle just to keep it somewhere, and then I kept going north, trying to see any billboards or something that could help me. And then here I was seeing Guatemala until I noticed there. I think I didn't notice it at first, but then I saw the thing about Zona 18, then that I could immediately find this in Guatemala, as it was right there. Then I was looking for Atlantida. Maybe Atlantida could have been something in another part of the city, of the country I mean. And then I see Zona 18 there, and the classic street signs from Guatemala. And then I went back to the street. The main street was the CA9, so I was trying to locate the 19th Avenue somewhere. At first I went east to see if the numbers were increasing or decreasing by going east-west, but then when I went to the west, then I could see that the numbers were decreasing that way, and there it was, Avenida 19 or 19th Avenue. Then it was about time to find the college, and there I find the school, and then I just to make sure I tried to pinpoint with this road that was going to the northwest of me, and then I just clicked on there and tried to pinpoint as well as I could, knowing that it's easy to take points away from you in this map. And I just decided that it could have been there or in any stretch of that road, and then I just guessed, and there it is. Round 1, 5k. That's a really good start for this, and yeah, as the same as Japan in last week. I started with a 5k, but then it went downhill. Something not that similar happened here, but weren't that bad points. The points weren't that bad. Okay, so we started in what I assumed it could be like the west of Guatemala. But then here my mistake was not to change roads in the last second. I went north just to see if I could find any intersection numbers or something like this. Then we see that this road starts becoming an avenue of some sorts. I mean, not an avenue, a highway, I mean. And then I tried to... oh no, I just kept going north, just to see if I could find like a kilometer marking or a road sign for that matter. And let's see. At this point I was starting to see that I wasn't able to find anything on this stretch, and I was about to go down. Then I returned to check the sign, but there was nothing useful on the sign. Again, I just kept going north to see if I missed anything somehow. Ooh, I thought I saw a kilometer number then, a route number, but then it was just a kilometer marking. I glanced at that, and it was just the name of a village. I tried to remember it though. Then I decided to go back with 2 minutes left on the clock. I decided to go back a little bit. And then just go to the east this time, or southeast, to see if I could find anything. And yeah, that's what moving games give you. Sometimes you should have gone the opposite way, where I could have been able to find more information. Then you will see that I find it immediately. Then I glanced at this, that it said Departamento Santa Rosa there, and then it says Frontera, Departamento Jutiapa. So we were in the border, or at least near the border, with between Santa Rosa and Jutiapa. But then I looked at this first, at this border, and then I tried to confirm by going south if there was maybe a name for the city that I was entering, or the town that I was entering. And but there was nothing useful close by, only that Umulo, something that ended in Umulo. And you see that I zoomed here, but I didn't click, and I should have clicked, because then I really lost track of time this time, because I thought I was in a place, but then I was in another. And yeah, you see I was about to click on there, and you see how I just moved my mouse just to express my despair over that decision. So yeah, that was round 2. Now round 3, we are in another stretch of road that seemed familiar from my practice rounds. The palm trees made me think that it could have been near the coast, but this sign was helpful. It said B079 and Retalhueleu, which is the department. First I zoomed to south. At first I thought B079, as I was thinking it was the road number, but in the end now I can see it said Proyecto in the top. So that was the number of the project, not the number of the road. So my mistake there, because I lost time trying to look at that, when in the end it wasn't. And then I see Distrito Explosión, San José La Máquina. I remember that name, that I've seen that before, San José La Máquina. So I started just scanning for San José La Máquina over there. And sorry for the truck that's driving outside. And then I just drove a little bit further south to see if there was something else, but there wasn't. So I just went there and tried looking for something else. Sometimes the names are smaller than they look, so I just kept zooming in and out just to see where I could find anything in Retalhuleu. And as you see, I see La Máquina there, but it wasn't San José La Máquina as I thought. I was assuming maybe if I had put a little bit more zoom, I would have found something else, because there I find San José La Máquina over there, which I assumed it was the place because, well, it said San José La Máquina over here. I tried to compare with the road direction whether it was it could have been this road, and the road matched. So I tried to find that road to the west, but that was a double intersection. I checked, maybe the road hasn't been built yet. There is always that chance. I thought this street would appear in the map, but then I was only looking on San José La Máquina and I didn't look anywhere else. I just looked at that curve in the north, because there it said Carita Municipal, San José La Máquina. There it said Bienvenidos a Colegio Técnico El Redentor and all of that. Then yeah, I was just checking if I remembered all those things. I think I moved my pin over to the north a little bit in the end. 20 seconds left, and I still hadn't decided if I was in the correct spot yet. I went north to see if I could see the road curve, and I saw it. It wasn't as pronounced as it could have been, but then I just changed there and it was actually really that far south, in La Máquina, not in San José La Máquina, as I assumed it would have been. So not a bad score, but in a worldwide map it would have been way better than it was now. Now another location that I assumed it could have been in the east. In the east, yes. Montecristo, un tesoro natural, something like that. And then this is the sign that helped me the most. It said Integrando esfuerzos en el trifinio. Trifinio means the triple frontier between three countries, and we have the flag there that said that we were in the limits, or close to the limits, between Guatemala, El Salvador and Honduras. Then I just tried to see if there was a chance we could have been in another type of triple frontier. No road number in the kilometer markings though, nothing in that. But it confirmed that we were in the triple frontier, in the Trifinio. And this road was very important as well, because we had Guatemala to the north and then El Salvador to the west. I looked for something that could match that intersection, and I find it there in the north, because then there is where I see everything else. I tried to go to the intersection to see if I had something else. Then it said something better here because it added the road numbers. CA10, we were in the CA10 there, and Esquipulas was 14 kilometers to the east, and Front Agua Caliente was 24 kilometers to the west. So to the east, I mean. So now it was time to check which road matched. At first I thought I had moved much farther than I actually moved because I dropped my pin like pretty far away. I didn't know why I thought that. Instead we were just very close to the intersection, as I realize now. There I put my pin very far away. I mean, it was too far away. I go back to the east to see if I could find any other sign to read anything, although I think with the information that I had, I think that was enough. And yeah. Then with 40 seconds left, I was still assuming we were very far away from the intersection. I don't know what went through my mind. I tried to go back to see how far the intersection was, but I think I regretted that. I just turned back and didn't do that, which was weird for me. Yeah, it's weird to watch me play again because there's so many things that now that I see them again, I should have done better. 5 seconds left, and I just left my pin there. Just assumed I was hedging in the right place, but then I was too far away. 5 kilometers away is not that much, but in this map it was very far away. And last one, this one is one of the ones that hurt the most because I thought I had a right idea over this, but then it was pretty bad. Santa Barbara, I assumed Santa Barbara was a city or the name of a town or a village at least. I kept going south to see what else I could find, and then Santa Barbara, it said Santa Barbara again in that sign. Hotel El Portal de los Chucumates. I tried to read that and I assumed it said Huehuetenango down there, but I didn't pay attention to anything else. I just read Huehuetenango. And I assumed we were closer to Huehuetenango, so I started looking for Santa Barbara in Huehuetenango. I don't think I found something else in Huehuetenango, because if I had done that, I mean, I wish Santa Barbara would have been the town, but I assumed then that there was a possibility that maybe Santa Barbara is not actually in Huehuetenango and somewhere else or closer to Huehuetenango. And there we go. And I go south again. And I see these buses. These buses are pretty significant because they say the cities. It says Huehue and said Xela, Oxela, Gela, I don't know how to pronounce that actually, and Mesilla in the bottom. So I tried to find all of that. Either Huehue, Mesilla. I left my pin on Pakix. I should have hedged more in the middle. I don't know why I didn't. So I started looking for either Santa Barbara, Huehuetenango, or Mesilla. looking at every nook and cranny in this map, in the provinces. Sometimes I'm not that secure with my guesses, so I just checked if I was actually looking in Huehuetenango, which is funny now that I see that again. I zoomed out just to see if there was a possibility that I wasn't in Huehue, but then nah. At least I was in the right department. 56 seconds or 50 seconds away from the correct, I mean from the time, and I still couldn't find anything. I left my pin in Bakix to the north. I spent too much time looking at the map, I think, and when I should have just kept looking in the roads, maybe I could have found the road number, I assume, in a kilometer marking or something. And yeah, I go to the north, and then when I see this town, I just screamed internally, because I should have gone this way at first and not the other way around. So yeah, I left it there, and just I was in the other highway, only 17 kilometers away, but that was enough to steal a lot of points from me. Actually 17 kilometers away. Looking back at it, it wasn't a bad score. In my practice rounds, I really had my ups and downs. I actually had a lot of ups and downs. I'm stopping the recording there. Let me put it a little bit back there just to make some opinions about it. Yeah, I mean, this one is the one that hurt the most, or number 2, which was the one near the border of the departments. I was about to click on the other road and I didn't. That would have gave me, I don't know, at least 2,000 points, 2,000 more points, at least 2,000 more points, and 22,000. I don't think it would have been enough to win, but it would have been a better score. It's not a bad score. In my practice rounds, I had 24,000 points and 22,000, between 24,000 points and 16,000 points. So I'm like in the average of all my practice rounds. And yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter how much you practice. It's about how well you remember locations and environments and all of that, and how well the city is. So I'm happy for that 5k and for how close I was here and in the other one here in the north, so in this one. But yeah, okay, so here are the total scores. I have highlighted here all the people in my division. Thus far, I think I am in the top 50%, because I am in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th place, but there are still two people to play. I have to get at least 6th place to get 1 point, and I hope I make it, because this is my second loss of the season. I lost the first match and I lost this match. This is it for today. As I said, I'm not that mad about my score. I know it would have been better, but looking back at it, I'm actually not that far away in all of my guesses, and actually I have to blame the how the scores are measured. I was at least in the right area in all of them, except for this one, where I mistook one road. But yeah, it was a small country. The points killed me in this round, and well, I hope next week in Lakes of the World I have a better score, as it is a worldwide map and the scores should be better. So let's see how I do. I'll start practicing, and let's see if I can get my first win of the season. So that's it. Hope you like it, and see you next week. Bye bye.